Officials in Haiti have confirmed at least 1,297 people are dead after a powerful 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit the Caribbean nation on Saturday. Rescuers are picking through rubble in a desperate search for any survivors. Homes, churches, and schools were among buildings flattened in the quake. Some hospitals were left overwhelmed and in need of supplies. An unknown number of people are missing, and about 5,700 have been injured, officials say. The disaster compounds problems facing the impoverished nation, which is already reeling from a political crisis following the assassination of its president last month. The southwest of Haiti appears to have suffered the worst of the damage, especially around the city of Les Cayes. There have been scenes of panic at Kabul airport as desperate residents try to flee following the seizure of the Afghan capital by the Taliban. Eyewitnesses told the BBC that at least 2 civilians died on Monday in the chaos at the airport, which is being secured by U.S. troops. Commercial flights have mostly been suspended, stranding hundreds of Afghans and other foreign nationals. The U.S. and other countries are rushing to evacuate staff and allies. On Sunday, the Taliban declared victory after Afghan President Ashraf Ghani fled abroad and his government collapsed. The militants returned to rule, bring an end to almost 20 years of the U.S.-led coalition's presence in the country. Kabul was the last major city in Afghanistan to hold out against the Taliban offensive that began months ago but accelerated in recent days as they gained control over territories, shocking many observers. The Islamist group was able to seize control after most foreign troops pulled out. At the weekend, U.S. President Joe Biden defended the withdrawal of American troops. Media outlets affiliated to Somalia-based Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab have cheered the collapse of Afghanistan's internationally recognized government and the Taliban's seizure of the country. Celebration began across the country with the flag of monotheism being hoisted in Kabul's main squares and images released by the Islamic Emirates showing the Mujahideen patrolling the neighborhoods of Kabul as life returned to normal. Kalamada.com reported. It said the Taliban defeated Afghan's puppet leaders and hundreds of thousands of foreign troops after a 20-year jihad struggle. Al-Shabaab is allied to Al-Qaeda and African Union-backed Somali government forces since the mid-2000s. Egypt forward Mohamed Salah has become the first player to score in 5 consecutive opening games in Premier League history. The record-breaking goal came when the 2-time African Footballer of the Year helped Liverpool march to a 3-0 victory over Norwich to kickstart the year 2021-22 Premier League campaign on Saturday. Salah claimed 2 assists in addition. The match was the 100th different Liverpool game in all competitions in which Salah has found the net. After scoring a hat-trick against Leeds United in the opening match day last year, he became the second Premier League player after Teddy Sheringham to make it 4 successive scoring starts. The 29-year-old scored in August 2017 on his Premier League debut against Watford as the Reds drew 3-3. The following year, he broke the deadlock during his side's 4-0 thrashing of West Ham United at Anfield. Salah scored and assisted as Liverpool beat Norwich 4-1 in 2019 when club side ended their 30-year wait for a league title. Ghana's legend Asamoah Gyan has arrived in Yaoundé, Cameroon, for Tuesday's 2021 African Cup of Nations draw. The ex-Black Star captain will join other African legends for the group stage draw of the 24 qualified teams. Out of 7 African Cup of Nations tournaments he played in, Gyan scored 6 of them, a record he holds alongside Cameroonian legend Samuel Eto'o and Zambian Kalusha Bwalya. The former Sunderland and Al Ain striker has been invited by the Confederation of African Football. The qualified teams will be allocated into 4 pots of 6 each based on their FIFA World Ranking. Based on this ranking, the top 4 teams will be allocated to Pot 1 along with the hosts and the title holder, Algeria. Ghana has been drawn in Pot 2. The remaining 18 teams will be allocated to the 3 remaining pots according to their ranking in descending order. The belated 2021 African Cup of Nations will run from 9th January to 6th February 2022. The 10th anniversary of every event is usually celebrated with a lot of funfair, and organizers of the hugely popular Chalawante Street Art Festival would have loved to turn up the style as the event hits a decade this year. Unfortunately, that will not be the case as COVID-19 has put paid to any such plans, and the nearly 10-day event, which started on Friday, August 13th, is going virtual. A release from the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, signed by its head of public affairs, Gilbert Ni Ankra, said it had become necessary for this year's festival to go virtual because of the surge in COVID-19 cases. It is also in compliance with President Akufo-Addo's 26th update on COVID-19, where he advised people to avoid large gatherings to prevent the spread of the virus. The release also indicated that all programs lined up for this year's festival will be broadcasted on social media and other online channels and encouraged the citizenry to follow and support all the activities. Rapper Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, are being sued by a woman he was convicted of attempting to rape in 1994. The woman, now 43, has filed a lawsuit alleging that the couple harassed her to try to make her take back her claims, U.S. media reports. Petty served 4.5 years in prison after pleading guilty to attempted rape of the then teenager. Last year, he was arrested for failure to register as a sex offender. In the lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York, the woman alleges that Ms. Minaj offered her $5,000 via an intermediary in return for recanting her accusations against Petty. The lawsuit claims that shortly after Petty's arrest in 2020, the intermediary gave the rapper the woman's number. Ms. Minaj is alleged to have called her and offered to fly her and her family to Los Angeles if she could help her. The offer was declined, the lawsuit says.